is this problem. Everybody's individualistic. Every entrepreneur thinks you can do everything. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'll do the business, I'll do the product. And so often it's like tech, just hire somebody to do the tech. Or vice versa. This just literally sucks. So why does it suck? This is what you think. Y-axis is value to startup, x-axis is time. So you start your company, you have your idea in the shower, you start your company and you think your share value is really high. Like, the idea is worth a lot of money. And of course, you need cash, and cash is worth a lot at the start. And over time, cash is worth less and less because you're growing your company and you have more and more cash, and it's easier to deal with the cash flow. And then, of course, your shares keep going up and up and up and up and up, and then you sell your company and you become a billionaire. All right? Now, this is not just fantasy. This is fantasy in the sense that it's not just unrealistic, it's completely false. Completely false. Why is it false? Because in reality, your ideal case is this. Your ideal case is, wow, huge share value. We all agree on that. We all want that. However, your cash value is extremely high when you start your company. And your share value is pretty much zero because your idea is worth nothing. It's all about the execution. So when you're an entrepreneur and you're like, I want to do everything, I've got the idea, and I'm the usual, Middle Eastern individual, and I've got to own everything, and I got my thing. Yeah, man, I got the idea, I'm going to make it happen. You're not going to make it happen because you're lacking some of the basic, fundamental building blocks of building a company. And you think your share value is really high, well, in fact, it's really nothing. So this is the ideal case. What is the realistic case? Now, this is the probable success case. The difference here is that you're going to constantly be oscillating at the start of the company with, I've got enough cash. I don't have enough cash. Oh, I do have enough cash. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Right? And this is your ideal, your probable success case, right? This is what's going to happen. Right? You're going to be on a roller coaster constantly. And then you're going to make it to a point where, well, all of a sudden you become cash flow positive and your cash is not worth that much and that's not going to make you stay up at night. But your real case is this. Okay? You're going to go on the roller coaster, I don't have enough cash, I have enough cash, I don't have enough cash, I have enough cash, and then all of a sudden it's like, oops, I ran out of cash. And you die. Okay? This is what's going to happen. About 75, 80% of the time. So all the work that you've done trying to hold on to your idea, hold on to your beautiful, amazing shares, is useless. About 75% of the time. So what you really want to do is be in the other cases. And to be in the other cases, you need business, product, and tech. All of them as high as possible, as awesome as possible. So if you think you're a killer business person, find a killer product person and a killer tech person. So in the end, go back to the slides. There you go. That's the definitive guide of the importance of the startup team. Cash is king for the first few years of your startup. Also, the best people cost a hell of a lot of money. Well, probability of success is highly dependent on the quality of the people, because most of it is luck and you need to be able to make your own luck. And, even if you keep 80% of your company and you die, you die. So, find the best founding team partners, give them the equity that's necessary, don't be afraid, Don't be afraid to cut the pie and give them a piece of the pie, because what you don't want is to fail. That's it. It's so obvious. I feel like I'm just stating the obvious again and again and again, but in this region, somehow, very, very few people get it in their heads. Thanks. Yes?
What you said seems obvious, but people maybe don't do it because they have trust issues. The regions or what about competitors?
It's my shares, man. It's mine. It's my idea.
Okay.
I own this thing. I made this. But you made nothing. You didn't make anything. You just had an idea. That's it. Okay? And my standard response to that, because I've had this discussion, a couple million times. My standard response to that is, I get 20 ideas in the shower every day. And it's true. I like showers. Showers are great. So that's the problem. I don't trust anybody. Why don't you trust the guy? You don't trust the guy, you think he's gonna kill your company? You're gonna kill your company anyway. If you stay alone, you're gonna kill your company anyway. And you're gonna waste your years. The biggest value here, so we talked about cash and share value, etc. But in the end, the most important thing out of all of this is your time. It's your time. By the way, incidentally, I was talking about cash and dollars. It could be if you're social entrepreneurship, social value of the business, etc. But this is easier to talk about. Yes?
So you're talking about giving equity to keep the best talent, or at least reward them well. How much is a good percentage of the equity piece of the pie?
Founding piece of the pie. Right. Let me ask you, what do you think?
I think the early employees kind of pretty important.
Give me numbers.
I would go, like, if I had to hire 2 people, one designer and one tech guy, to make my idea come to life, I'd give easy 10, maybe more. Because these people are the founding members, and they're going to make this whole thing come to life. If they leave, then my project can crumble. So when they
Yeah, your founding team, and I'm talking about a founding team, a true founding team. Depending on the number of people you're going to have, if you're 2 founders, 3 founders, whatever, they're going to have at least 10% each, at least up to 50%. If the other person is as important as you.
for later, how much?
For the later rounds, so once you've got your founding team and you started and you got friend and family round and maybe got the seed round, and now you want to attract new people. You really want to attract them. But to attract these guys, you need to give them stock options. You want to make sure that these guys are going to stay for 4 years or more. So you give them options that vest every year, so they go, and then every month, so that they don't go and run away every time. And stock option pools, depending on when you do them, in general, when you start your company and you do a stock option pool, you're going to be in the 15% range. So the whole stock option pool is going to be 15%, and sometimes you re-up the pool. You add another 5%, you add another 10%. So it could be between 15 and 25%. So in the end, the usual success case, when you reach the exit, you are generally about 40% investors, 40% founding team, 20% employees, or something like this. Maybe 50, yeah, something like this. If you've done it right. And by the way, that's one of the reasons why Jack Dorsey of Twitter just gave back 1/3 of his shares to employees, started thinking, well, employees aren't incentivized enough, we gotta fix this. But sometimes you gotta fix it. Like, at Leap now, what we're doing is often we're looking at cap tables. We're looking at the tables of distribution of shares of companies, and we find that they're really bad. And so we have to work with the early investors, we have to work with the entrepreneurs, and we have to tell them, look, these things just don't work. You're not aligned. You're just not aligned. So we need to realign, we need to figure out something. maybe give shares back to the entrepreneurs, using a stock option pool to give to the entrepreneurs, also give to the employees, restructure things. Maybe one of the founding team members was shafted and never got anything, and so basically he's at risk of leaving, and he's going to leave anyway, unless you re-up him, you give him another 5-10%.